Hello, everybody. We are back for part 4 of Would You Like to Run an Idle Cafe? We're going to finish out this series, like I said. Let me put this somewhere on my mouse. Okay. There. I wake up early the next morning and meet up with Ichigo-ku and Miyuki in the hotel foyer. I ponder briefly about telling them about the run-in with the Honey Devil girls the night prior, but I soon discarded the idea. Ichigo-ku and Miyuki will be stressed enough as it is about rehearsing for the Rising Stars Cup, Miyuki in particular. I don't want to give them anything else to worry about. I'll try dealing with Hasaki and Rina myself, should they become good on their promise of revenge. What would the revenge entail exactly? I doubt they'd be able to do anything too crazy. If they tried to sabotage the competition, they'd only get themselves in trouble. I don't think anything will come from their threats. They were nothing but a hot air, born from bruised feelings. At least that's what I hope. In any event, it turns out Sweet Shoreline got the earliest practice slot of the day. There isn't time to hang around the hotel thinking about Hasaki and Reina. We need to get over to the stadium ASAP. The four of us eat a quick breakfast and head over to the stadium so they can rehearse. Ichigo-ku and Miyuki change into their maid uniforms while I take a seat in the stands. I watch as they file onto the stage, then launch into the routine. Excuse me. They go through the first song 4 times at Ichigo's behest in an attempt to get the timing just right. They pack a lot of practice time into a scant half hour, but their smile remains throughout. They're pushing themselves pretty hard, but it looks like they're enjoying themselves. Even Miyuki looks more comfortable on stage than she did. I guess she must be getting used to performing. If Sweet Shoreline keeps improving, they might just be able to clinch a victory. It doesn't seem impossible. They're shining more brightly than I thought was possible. The minutes tick by, and eventually Sweet Shoreline practice session comes to an end. Ichigo-ku and Miyuki change back into their casual clothes, then meet up with me in the stands. So what did you think? We crushed it out there, didn't we? You sure did. I could feel your energy. It was infectious. You all looked like you were having fun. I was having fun. Performing on such a huge stage is like a total blast. I feel like I've ascended into the echelons of true idolhood. I can't wait to get out of there and share my passion. I can't wait to get out there and share my passion with all the people across the world. With people all across the world. I'm going to give it my all. And I'll try not to drag you down too much. I know I still have a lot to learn, but I really am trying. I know that. You don't need to tell me, Miyu. I, have total faith in you. You do? Yep. You've come on in leaps and bounds since yesterday. You were way less stiff. I'm, really impressed. You're doing well, Miyuki. Who gives Miyuki the thumbs up? Good job. Oh my. Miyuki holds her hands into her chest, abashed. Shyly, she glances away, her cheeks dyed pale pink. You two are being much too kind. I know I still have a long way to go. My dancing is not nearly as energetic as yours, Ichigo. My singing is not as pure as yours, Ku. I know I'm the weak link in our group, but I will not let myself be discouraged. I have many areas I must still work on, but that may be a good thing. It is nice having clearly defined goals to shoot for. It means I can continue to hone my skills. And we'll be right with you, every step of the way. Right there with you, every step of the way. Just don't push yourself too hard, okay? You have a tendency to do that, but that's no good here. Moderation is key. I never thought I'd hear you say that, of all people. You're usually so energetic. Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. I've got to take off my limiters. I'm only functioning on 60% of my total power. Only 60%, huh? If this cheerfully beaming vision before me is functioning on 60%, I can't help but wonder what she'd be like at 100%. It's hard to imagine. Now, speaking of moderation, Ichigo looks between Ku and Miyuki, her arms linked behind her back. I think you two should have some time off. Maybe you should take a look around Tokyo. You've not been here before, so it'd be a shame if you didn't get to do any sightseeing. Is there anywhere you want to go? I would be interested in seeing some of Tokyo's beautiful parks, I suppose. Inokashira Park is not too far from away, and I think it looks lovely. The weather would be perfect for a stroll. But what about you? Do you want to come with us? Not right now. There's like so many pretty girls around here. I'm in heaven. That's Kozu from Blueberries. Ichigo gestures to a pretty girl sitting in the stands, her hair tied back in two ponytails. And that's Aki. And that's Sara. I've been a fan of these girls for like years. I can't pass up a chance to actually meet them. I want to get all their autographs. Are you going to hang out here then? You know it. Ichigo beams and flashes me a peace sign. You three should go ahead without me. Have some fun. You only live once. Now, as for me, Ichigo glances over her shoulder, a wolfish smile on her face, as she observes the many, many cute girls dotted about the stadium stands. I'm going to go and meet some of my idols. They're all so cute, my heart can't handle it. It just can't. I'm in love. Aw. After the brief discussion, I head off to Inokarisha Park with Ku and Miyuki. That was the plan, at least, but... Oh, no. Is that a doll? Oh, she's so cute. Her expression is adorable. I want to take her home. We wound up taking a detour at Ku's behest to a small antique shop we passed during our walk. The antique shop is small and cramped and disconcertingly dark. Disconcertingly dark. The lights are dimmed, the curtains drawn, perhaps to protect the antiques from sun damage as they sit on their shelves. The shop itself is wedged between a hair salon and Chinese restaurant, and I can smell the aurora of fried pork dumplings, mixed with stale air and dust. It's a strange combination which tickles the back of my throat. I feel a sneeze coming on, which I have to stifle with the back of my arm. This place could use some serious TLC. The wooden floor is all scuffed through. It's hard to see given the lighting, and so are the shelves. A thick layer of dust covers the shelves and the display cabinets, and the shop's wares are arranged with willy-nilly. Dolls and books and snuff boxes and necklaces all cramped together on the shelves. There's no rhyme or reason to the store's layout. Almost every spare inch of space is utilized. The general atmosphere of the store is creepy enough, but the dolls are even freakier. Their faces are disconcertingly lifelike, but their eyes are glassy, blank and staring. Some of the dolls have fine hairline cracks running down their faces. Others are missing body parts, a finger here, a leg there. The dolls are wearing Western dresses, for the most part, which put me in the mind of the Victorian era. Delicately showed feet poke out from beneath the hems of full, ruffled dresses. Their boots and shoes have intricately detailed buckles which seem to glint despite the lack of light. They look like they could get up and start walking at any moment on those teeny tiny legs of theirs, animated by nothing but malice. If I strain my eyes, I swear I can hear them. It sounds like these dolls are murmuring amongst themselves in a slow and steady chorus. Kill, kill, kill. I would kill to have one of these, or all of them. They're so precious. What do you think, Miyuki? Do you like them? Do you like her? Well, about that. Miyuki looks at the doll clutched in Ku's arms. Miyuki's face, which is always pale, looks whiter still, almost sallow, in the dim lighting of this creepy antique store. Miyuki hasn't said as much. She hasn't said anything, actually, since we came in here. But I don't think she likes this place. She swallows. I think that doll is very unique. Yes, she is unique, isn't she? I've never seen any dolls as lovely as these. They would make for wonderful companions. I would love to have one at my desk to watch over me while I compose sweet shoreline songs, or perhaps by my bedside table to keep guard while I sleep. You'd actually sleep next to one of these things? But of course, why would I not? Ku tilts her head curiously to one side. It's only a doll. They can't harm anybody. I know that, but something about them. I don't know. Miyuki scans the shelf of China dolls with mistrustful eyes. They give me the creeps. Do you know what I mean, Naoya? I'm gonna say I agree. I'll say it's not my taste, but if Ku likes it. This doll isn't something I'd personally go crazy over. But maybe it would wind up driving me crazy if it's starting to crackle to itself in the night. But if Ku likes it, we should let her enjoy it. We all have different tastes. Indeed we do. You are very wise, Naoya. Not like Miyuki. She is horribly judgmental. But you understand my maidenly heart. Smiling, Ku lets her eyes rove across her very cute acquisition. I know I want to buy one of these dolls, but I cannot decide which. If I had the money, I would purchase all of them, but they are rather expensive. They would not fit my suitcase either. This is quite the dilemma. I can't imagine anybody paying for the privilege of hauling one of these dolls back home, but I decided to keep quiet. This isn't my money we're talking about, thank goodness. If Ku wants to fritter her cash away on potential cursed objects that might come alive and stab her, she could be my guest. I think I'll be here for a while. This is not a decision I can take lightly. You and Miyuki go on ahead to the park, if you wish. I will stay here. Are you sure that's alright? You don't mind being on your own, do you? I will be fine. I like this shop. It speaks to me. The darkness is very comforting, as is all the dust. I would prefer being here than in the park, in any event. I do not care for wide open spaces. They drain my spiritual energy, and they make me very sleepy. This kind of environment is best for me. So Ku, like gloomy, dirty, miserable space that stink of fried pork, that's new to me. You two have fun. Go ahead without me. We can meet up at the hotel later. Alright then. I do have some misgivings about leaving Ku in the creepy shop on her own, but Ku seems to love it here. I'm sure she'll be fine. At least, I hope she'll be fine. Do you want to head over to the park, Miyuki? Oh yes, that would be lovely, thank you. I don't know if I could bear staying in this shop much longer. I am sure the proprietor is very nice, but the atmosphere... Miyuki shivers. It doesn't sit well with me, for some reason. I agree with Miyuki on this score. On that score. I can't wait to be out of this store and into the sunlight. I'm sick of this place already. Miyuki and I leave Ku behind in the antique store, then resume our walk to Inokashira Park. It doesn't take us long to reach the park. A brisk 20-minute walk soon finds us at our destination, which is full of trees. The breeze stirs the leaves ahead in the grass above our ankles, so they sway. There's a lake situated among all the trees, studded with swaying rushes and green lily pads. I can see a few swan-shaped boats bobbing about on the water, pedaled by couples out on dates. This whole park gives off couples vibes, now that I think about it. The winding path Miyuki and I followed to get here were spotted with couples out on what I presume are dates. Happy pairs sitting on benches beneath trees, feeding one another bites of ice cream and chattering about nothing in particular. This place must be a popular spot for partners. I can certainly see why. It is very pretty here. It is as picturesque as, well, a painting. If I could draw, which I can, this is the sort of scene I'd want to commit to a canvases and frame on a wall. Miyuki stands upon the edge of the lake and inhales, one hand resting upon her chest. The air here smells so clean and fresh. It is quite invigorating. Do you like it? Oh, definitely. It's strange to find so large a slice of nature among the tall buildings of Tokyo. It feels a bit incongruous. But I am very glad open spaces like this exist. They offer a chance to unwind. Truth be told, I was getting a bit disoriented by all the large buildings. We don't have anything like that at home. That's true, I guess. The seaside town Miyuki and I live in isn't what you would call built up. The population is pretty humble, less than 40,000 heads or so, I've heard. And while there are a few apartment blocks, they have nothing on the towering skyscrapers of Tokyo. They can't be compared, really. The difference between them is stark, like night and day. I thought you were used to cities, though, Miyuki. You said your family had been to lots of big cities in Europe. They have, yes, but I often found those similarly overwhelming. And Tokyo is even bigger than they are. The streets are positively packed with people. I'm not the best at dealing with crowds. Me neither, Miyuki. That this park should be perfect. It's not that crowded. I was thinking the same thing. Miyuki smiles and glances back over the lake at the flurry of white swan boats. Hey, Naoya, I just had an idea. What? Do you want to rent one of those boats? We could, I guess, but they'd be pretty expensive. I know, but I am willing to pay for it. You only live once, after all, and I've never ridden on such a cute boat before, not in all my life. Heh. I'm great amused by Miyuki's uncharacteristic enthusiasm. You really are excited about the boats, aren't you? No, Miyuki demurs, her cheeks turning pink. It's not like I'm that enthused. I'm not a child. I don't find amusement from such simple diversions. Really, I only thought it would be a nice way to pass the time. It's not like I particularly want to ride the boat with you or anything. I don't think it looks romantic, not at all. I could care less if you refuse. It wouldn't bother me. Thanks for letting me know. I'm glad my company means next to nothing to you. No, that's not what I meant. I know what you meant. I offer Miyuki a reassuring smile. I think riding one of those boats sounds a nice way to pass the time, too. We might as well, now we're here. That's what I was trying to say. Miyuki nods and sighs. Jeez, why do I get so worked up about the smallest things? I'm such a dummy. Half an hour later. Oh, this is romantical. This is so romantic. Oh, this is so nice. Miyuki sighs contentedly, her hands resting upon her lap. She's sitting beside me in a pedal boat shaped like a swan, which is gliding across the lake. Sunlight streams over the lake, so the indulgent waves shimmer, mysterious as a treasure trove. Miyuki's long, dark tresses shift about her shoulders in the gentle breeze. We're sitting so closely, this boat isn't very big, that a few strands of her hair brush my cheeks. She on the side of the swamp boat, as we are, bobbing upon the water. This whole scene feels very intimate. It's the kind of thing cute couples do, and in fact are doing, in similar boats all around us. I've never ridden one of these boats with anybody before, not even Ichigo. It's a little embarrassing, but it's not bad. It's not a bad feeling. Thank you for agreeing to this, Naoya. I know it's not quite the silly. I know it was quite the silly request, but I have always wanted to ride one of these. Like I said, I've never done anything like this before. It's all very new to me. You're not alone there. This is my first time riding one of these boats too. Really? Really now? I didn't know that. Miyuki giggles. I'm not sure why, but that thought makes me happy. I'm glad we can experience this together. Hee. I take it you're having fun then. Oh yes, out on the lake, it feels like we are the only two people in the world. It's very peaceful. Miyuki counterends, speaks of utter, complete contentment. I don't think I've ever seen the stern, sometimes shy Miyuki look more relaxed. She's completely let her guard down. If I wanted, I could probably lean in and take her hand in mine, but I'll abstain. Miyuki might have been inspired to ride this boat as couples do, but I don't know if she can cope with any public display of affection. She gets anxious so easily. Rather than touching her, I'd be better served talking to her. Have you been very Have you been very stressed during the trip, Miyuki? A bit, yes, I cannot deny it. I felt incredibly anxious before coming here, as you might have been aware. No. I did have a bit of ideal, yes. I felt a bit better after arriving in Tokyo in one piece, but the real challenge has yet to come. While I have many people supporting me, I am still unsure about performing in the Rising Stars Cup. I've never been on stage that big before. I don't know if I can do it. But I have been thinking a lot about what you said last night. I think you were correct. What did I say exactly? Don't you remember? Miyuki blinks at me cutely. You told me that we ought to enjoy ourselves. We came here for the competition, yes, but we will not perform well if we are unable to relax. Those words have been weighing on me all night, and I believe they helped me come to a conclusion. Idols are supposed to make people smile, but they can hardly do that if they are incapable of smiling themselves. Excuse me. If I am to smile properly, without forcing it, I must learn how to have fun. I must stop taking myself so seriously, and I must stop being so anxious and afraid all the time. It is difficult for me, but I will do my very best. The old me was never able to let myself go. I was awfully uptight, even in Ku's company. I felt like there was a spotlight trained upon me all the time, at all times, and I was obliged to perform. It is so ironic, isn't it? It is ironic, though. Now an actual spotlight will be trained upon me, but I have since learned it does not pay to be overly self-critical. I owe this change, I think, to you. When we are together, I can forget about my own insecurities, if only for a little while. Miyuki smiles fondly. Her dark tresses continue to flutter in the warm breeze. Thank you, Naoya. You may not realize it, but you really have done a lot for me. I really am glad that I met you. Aww. My date with Miyuki concluded, we both returned to the hotel. There we meet up with a beaming Ichigo who successfully managed to score a bunch of autographs, and Ku, who's clutching her newly purchased doll to her chest like a talisman. We spend the evenings together, engaged in idle chatter, and the time soon passes. I head to my room to get some shut-eye, and to my relief, Hasaki and Reina keep their distance. I'm able to sleep very easily despite their threats. I think it'd be a genuine struggle to get a rough night's sleep in this hotel. My bed isn't as large as the large ones in Sweet Shoreline's shared room, but it's every bit as plush. The sheets are silken, and the pillows are even softer than clouds. I feel like I could just sink into my bed and become one with it. And that's what we're gonna call it. Again, that's what we're gonna call it. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. We might stream a little later after the game, but no promises. We'll try. But again, I thank everybody for stopping by. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and I appreciate more than you know. Again, we'll try to go live again a little bit later. But for now, I must bid you all adieu. Goodbye, and good night.